In this video, we'd like to tell you a story about Improvement Medical Center and how they are using KaiNexus in 3 different ways. First, we'll look at how KaiNexus is being used to kick off a new improvement program in radiology. Second, we'll see how and why OBGYN is transitioning to KaiNexus from their old paper-based improvement system. And third, we'll take a peek at how KaiNexus is giving the quality department and the C-level executives unparalleled insight into their improvement program across the entire healthcare organization. First, let's see how radiology is going to kick off their formal improvement program using KaiNexus. Mary, the physician leader, knows that there are operational inefficiencies all over her department, and she would love to address them all. She understands the individual radiologists, techs, and administrators are all experts in what they do and have a lot of great improvement thoughts, but she has no effective way to harvest ideas and connect everyone's expertise. You see, radiology has over 80 different people who are spread over 4 different locations and 20 different workplaces, and they provide radiology services 24/7, 365. Mary understands that emails, phone calls, and meetings can be used to drive improvement, but these communication methods are not transparent and there's no real log of what's happened over time. The radiology department, like many healthcare organizations, struggles with the inherent communication barriers that exist in complex and siloed organizations. KaiNexus solves these problems by connecting all of the people in Mary's department so they can collaborate effectively. Suggestions, ideas, problems, and projects are entered into KaiNexus as what we call opportunities for improvement, or OIs for short. KaiNexus is used to help manage the entire improvement cycle for the OI. OIs have a title and description. You have the option to attach photos or other files, and for more complex OIs, you can add people to virtual teams and make task lists. Once the OI is done, the short resolution process captures the outcome and notifies everyone in the department about the completed OI. KaiNexus keeps track of due dates, tasks, and communications. It basically handles all of the busy work, so you can focus on the improvement work itself. Whether it's a small just do it type of OI, or a more complicated multi-month multidisciplinary OI, KaiNexus makes it real easy to do improvement work in a 100% accountable, 100% transparent, and 100% organized way. Users can enter an OI from any computer's web browser or their iPhone or iPad with the KaiNexus mobile app. The mobile app is amazing because you can snap a picture and attach it right into your OI or even dictate it right onto your phone. Once the OI is entered, KaiNexus routes it to the right person who can assign it and take appropriate action. You can configure your organization any which way you want and can change it whenever you like. Mary has decided to kick things off by creating a challenge to her department to focus on reducing patient waiting times. It was a success, as during the 2-week-long challenge, staff entered 10 OIs related to patient wait times, and they implemented 80% of them. It really got things going in the right direction, and now people are entering OIs that impact all sorts of areas. Let's move on to another department at Improvement Medical Center, OBGYN. They just started using KaiNexus. Let's see why. About 9 months ago, Anne, the nursing leader in L&D, set up a paper-based idea board to help manage improvement. And this really took off, and they collected over 180 ideas, implementing 70% of them. This has created a bit of a problem though, as now there have been a ton of ideas processed, but no one can remember all the improvements. It's hard to sort through all the cards, and some of the cards have gotten lost. They've tried to solve this by entering their completed improvements into a spreadsheet on a shared drive, but it's a time-consuming, inefficient process. In fact, Anne is spending a lot of her time keeping everyone in the loop and managing all the due dates and tasks related to all of the ideas. So Anne started using KaiNexus to replace her idea board. Anne now spends her time doing the actual improvement work and she lets KaiNexus manage files, due dates, task lists, and communications. Now, when someone can't remember the details about a previously implemented idea, it's really easy for anyone to look it up in KaiNexus. It really beats looking through hundreds of paper cards or searching through a spreadsheet. KaiNexus also has great functionality that allowed Anne to accurately input all of the paper ideas that they were currently working on, as well as the previously completed ones, so all the prior work wasn't lost. This created a seamless transition from the idea board to KaiNexus. Additionally, the physical idea board could only be seen at one site, but with KaiNexus, it became really easy for OBGYN to include their 3 clinics. So now the whole department is participating together on improvement work. And not only is everyone in OBGYN participating, now it's really easy to collaborate across the radiology and OBGYN departments because they're both using KaiNexus. So you can see that KaiNexus can be used as a standalone system in just one department, but it's very easy to add other departments. In fact, most KaiNexus customers start using it in 1 or 2 areas and then add departments and locations over time. And best of all, every department can be configured and use KaiNexus in a way that makes sense to them. Now that we have seen how OBGYN and radiology are using KaiNexus, let's look at how the quality department and executives use KaiNexus. Mike is a quality coach. One of the biggest problems he used to face was that it was really hard to easily see the improvements being worked on in all the different departments. While we have electronic systems to manage medical records, labs, and radiographs, you see, we didn't have one unified system to help manage improvement work until KaiNexus. With KaiNexus, it's really easy for Mike to know what's going on, who is doing it, and where they are in the process. It allows him to know who needs his help and who doesn't. One of the ways Mike helps out departments is that he facilitates improvement events throughout the medical center. He used to struggle managing the events and following up on all the improvement efforts identified within each event. But now with the event module, it's really easy for him to keep track of all the OIs related to every event he's involved with. And he really loves the fact that now he can easily see the aggregate result of each of the events, as every event has its own metrics section. Mike also is responsible for reporting on the improvement work being done throughout the organization. For example, at the last Joint Commission visit, he needed to come up with a list of all the improvement work throughout the entire organization that involved falls, and another list that specifically involved improvement work in the dialysis unit. Before KaiNexus, that used to take Mike hours to days and sometimes was simply impossible, but KaiNexus easily provides this information for him in a matter of seconds. And the education module really helps Mike on his education goals by training all the staff in the basics of improvement work with short 2 to 3 minute videos that automatically get sent to folks every month. Let's move along and see how KaiNexus helps the executive leadership. Aaron, one of the executives, used to really struggle with deploying strategic initiatives, transformation management, and creating a medical center-wide culture of continuous improvement. Now with KaiNexus, her organization has a cohesive platform to manage and monitor the progress of the improvement work in her organization. For example, when she's walking through her organization and notices an opportunity for improvement, she stops and enters the OI into the KaiNexus mobile app. When she isn't visiting the frontline workplace, she can get the 30,000-foot view looking at aggregated data in the metrics section. Or, if she wants, she can easily drill into a specific OI. KaiNexus provides a visibility that allows her to see if the transformation efforts are on track. You've now seen how radiology used KaiNexus to get a continuous improvement program off the ground, how OBGYN used KaiNexus to mature and scale their idea board to all of the OBGYN clinics, and how the quality department and executive leaders use KaiNexus as an organization-wide platform that offers them unparalleled insight and effective management and reporting tools to drive their improvement culture. KaiNexus is a powerful system that can help improvement work in many different areas of a healthcare system. So, no matter what type of improvement work you're doing or what role you have, KaiNexus makes improvement easier for you and your team. Contact us today to talk about getting your organization started with KaiNexus.